Oh, where to begin? Now, I'm quite sure y'all probably saw that shit show yesterday. The first presidential debate between President Trump and Vice President Biden. And man, I gotta tell you, man, that was nothing but just two grumpy old men bickering at each other. But, with that saying, it was kind of expected, the way they were attacking each other prior up to the debate. You should have expected something like this, at least from Trump's perspective, because if y'all followed him when on his road to presidency, he was a little belligerent, and he would talk over people, he would cut them off, then he would attack the moderators. You had to expect that from him. Biden, he started out okay, and then he realized he had to crank it up a bit because he knew when you stepping in the ring with someone like Trump, you got to get down and dirty. He's not the kind of guy that you can just sit there and be professional, have some decorum, as they say. You better bring your A game, because it's like back in the old days when people used to fight Mike Tyson in the boxing ring. It's like you can fight any other boxer, but when you stepped in the ring with Tyson, you're fighting an animal. You're fighting a bull in a china shop, basically. And there was some funny moments last night when Biden told Trump to shut up and called him a clown. I thought that was funny. I was like, okay, Biden learned from, when he was running for the Democratic nominee that, hey, you can't sit there and be nice and then say, oh, my time's up and I'll stay quiet. No, you're holding the ball game now. And then he started going off the rails a bit. And then you had Trump, he rattled him a bit about his son, about the whole law enforcement issue, and the constant interruptions did not do him any favors neither. So it's like if you're having a debate, an argument, a discussion, let the person talk, and then counteract what they got to say, debunk or whatever. When you're constantly cutting someone off, you're not really a good debater. You're basically showing how weak you are. So maybe next debate, he'll change that a bit. But yeah, yesterday, man, I think when I went online, that's all everybody was saying. Like, people were stunned by what the fuck they were watching. Like what the hell is this? Like, these guys are actually going at it over the presidency. Like you would expect this on a reality show, the housewives of something, or celebrity this and that. This is for the most powerful position in the world, and man, it was just rah 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 rah. And the moderator, weak ass moderator, Chris Wallace, you did a terrible job. And also your biasness was showing last night. So it was almost like a 2-on-1 kind of situation. But I think for something like this, they should have had a Joe Rogan, because I know Joe Rogan said he would have liked to have moderated the debate, and maybe that was the route they should have took. And yeah, so I know they got more debates coming up. I think one in October, and maybe one in November before the election. I'm not quite sure. But so yeah, one of the things I believe they should do is do something with the microphone, censor them. When one opponent is, talking about their side or whatnot, the other person's microphone should be cut off. The person gets 2 minutes, you got 2 minutes to say what you have to say. And if you keep talking past those 2 minutes, your microphone gets cut off. No excuses. And vice versa. One person talks, the other person's microphone is cut off. You want to rebuttal them, or rebuke or whatever, you wait for them to finish, and then you have your minute or your 30 seconds or your 2 minutes, and then the other person's microphone is shut off. But yeah, they definitely gotta put this in order, for the next debate, because if they don't, then people they're not going to watch, they're not going to care. So regardless of If you're a Biden or Trump supporter, doesn't really matter. That was just disgusting from both sides. There's no, oh, this person was that. No, none of that. This looked bad. This looked bad for America last night, and we all know other countries were probably watching this. We know other world leaders were probably watching this. Some were probably laughing. Some were probably like, this is our ally country. This is who we're going to be dealing with. But yeah. So like I said, we'll see what happens come the next debate. I'm out of here.